after weeks and weeks of trying to figure out what the best rubs are, what the sauces are, how to mix, I decided to have a rub off. 8 different rubs. I got Famous Dave's. I got these Barbecue Brothers ones. They have 6 different versions: Carolina, Memphis, Kansas, Texas, California style, New Orleans, and then I got this Applewood Grill Mates. It's looking at right now. As you can tell, there's different flavors on all the rubs. So I numbered my rubs, and then this is the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I went ahead and wrote the number of the rub, and it's pretty much going to be a taste test. So I'm adding this in there after the rub off because I realized in the beginning there was a lot that I was missing, and so unfortunately I didn't have the camera on in the beginning until everything was already on the Traeger. So pretty much what I just wanted to go over kind of the beginning parts of it. I got my ribs, took off the membrane, rubbed it down with mustard, put plenty of rub on both sides of it, threw it onto the Traeger. I went ahead and made a mop. My mop was 1 cup water, 1 cup apple juice, 1/4 cup garlic red wine vinegar, 1/4 cup olive oil, and I mixed it together. That is what I used in between when you see me putting the mop on. That's the sauce I'm using. So I took my Traeger up to 225, put it in for 50 minutes, set my alarm. At 50 minutes, I went ahead and just mopped the top, put more rub on it, closed it for another 50 minutes, pulled it up, mopped the top, put more rub on it, closed it for another 20 minutes, and that brings you up to 2 hours, and then you'll see where this will start taking off from there. I tried a couple other methods, the 3-2-1, so this came out a lot cleaner and tastier. So definitely the guy I got this from, I googled barbecue rib competition because I am doing a rib competition. So he's the one who comes up. I think he's almost first that comes up there, but this is the guy's recipe that I used, or something close to it. Pretty much the cooking times are pretty right on, and I've been using it ever. Okay, so it's been about coming on close to 2 hours now. I've already basted it and put a rub on once, so now I'm going to do it again. Now this is that sauce that I was talking about that had so remember, it has a cup of water, a cup of apple juice, red wine garlic vinegar, and you kind of just mix it all together. So what I'm going to be doing is mopping it one last time, and ideally I guess this is for make sure everything stays moist in here. But since we're going on to the 2 hours, I'm going to be pulling it off in about I'd say 15, give it another 15 minutes after I do this last mop. So just make sure everything, I mean, it looks really good. You can see the different colors and the different rubs, which makes it actually pretty amazing. So let me just go ahead and I know these aren't cut to perfect regulations. I did the best I could. Cut in half. I got St. Louis ribs, so they weren't as perfect as the guys in the video, but I'm following his procedure. Do the last 2. Now obviously I'm doing a lot of ribs. Normally, like I said, once I picked my favorite, I can pretty much stop using those other rubs, and then anytime I want to try another rub, I'll compare it side by side like this. Alright, so got that based on there. Now the way I did this, I numbered them 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right here, this one, you can't see it right now, but this one's the number 8. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more time, and this is the second time I'm doing this. Just put a little bit more of that rub, and since it looks like it's almost done with the smoking period, we're gonna go ahead and give it another 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna pull them off and I'm gonna wrap them in foil. This is my 7. As far as pellets go, I'm using the cherry pellets. So 7, 6, 6 here. 6. I'm looking for 5. Number 4 right here. So 4 is really bright red. So it looks good. That one is that one's a Memphis style rub. Let's see here. I got the California style. I live in California, so this should be my style. 2 is the New Orleans style rub. And then 1. And Texas style right up front. Now the tricky part is I'm going to have to take these off exactly so I remember how, because I'll be using these rubs one last time. So we're gonna give it another 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna pull them out, and we're gonna start wrapping them in foil and start the next step. So, okay, so we're here. It's been about 15 minutes. So now, because I have that specific order, I'm gonna be pulling them off one at a time. We're gonna start with number 8, and so actually I have the foil laid out here. So I'm gonna start these upside down, and you see the good char marks. Looks good. Just give it a teeny bit of a mop. And this is number 8. I put my my rubs here in order. So we're gonna do some rub. We're gonna do some of this butter here, this Parkway. Kind of melty because it's been outside, but that's going to create some richness. We're going to do some of the brown sugar right here, and for sweetness I'll put a little bit more, and then we're going to do some honey. And what we're going to do is flip it around, do the same thing, a little bit of mop, a little bit of rub, a little bit of butter, brown sugar, some honey. Now we're going to wrap this seal tightly. All in here. They got in that same order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are about showing about 183, but it's going to go up to about 225. It's pretty fast. These are the pellets right here. I have cherry in there, so we should be looking about another hour 45 minutes, hour 50 minutes from now. I'm going to pull it back off, so see you then. Alright, so now we went ahead and it's been about an hour and 45 minutes. These suckers have been in there wrapped in foil, as you can tell. So pretty much the last step I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to put barbecue sauce on the front and on the back, and then I'll throw them on there for another half an hour and we're all done. So let me go ahead and pull these out and I'll glaze them, and then I'll see you in a few. Okay, so this is, I'm at the last phase, and this is the barbecue phase, which I told you I was gonna pull it out. So I'm pretty much slopping on with the same mop the barbecue sauce all over, and I'm just plopping this stuff on, flipping it over, and ahead, putting more barbecue sauce all on the edge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this back in on the grill, or on the Traeger, for another half an hour. And so if you look, you can see all the different, these are the 8 different ones. So one last time, give it a quick rub down with some barbecue sauce. These are all going to be different flavors, so I'm pretty excited to taste them all and figure out which is coming my top. So I'll give it about half an hour for it to glaze, and then they're ready to eat. And I'll take one last shot right before I dig in. Luckily, I got a group of people here that are willing to taste test with me. It's hard work, but you know, somebody's got to do it. So let's go ahead and just finish that glaze. And I'll go ahead and close this, and we'll do this for one more half hour. So, see you in about half an hour. Alright, so this is how they turned out, just so you could see. So there's the Famous Dave's and that Applewood. There is the Barbecue Bro, the Carolina, and what is that, Kansas City. There is Memphis, and another California, or that was Carolina back there. And then this is New Orleans. And this is Texas style.